I swear to God, I don't like this. I don't like doing reviews of this, even. And I can do reviews about any movie, even the one that pissed me off the most. That I have no echelon that I won't foray into for the sake of deconstructing it or analyzing it, or just to say the pulse, heart, the gritty of it. There's no limit I won't surpass to even as bad or as good as something can be. But this fucking series, let's face it, it's an epic disaster. $1 billion for this? I mean, everybody's saying it, and I have no other way to say it. It's a soap opera, and a bad one. It's it's like, yes, at the CGI computer level, it's like we have. This is what the series is. This is episode 3. We have 3 or 4 characters that are interacting. They talk about some stuff. No, again, episode 3. You can call Galadriel a protagonist. I don't. She's not on a mission to do nothing because she already abandoned that mission. So she's not on any mission. So there's no narrative trust, there's no plot, and therefore there's no protagonist. So Galadriel is out of the picture, and her, swear to God, her fucking face. Nothing against this actress. I really liked her in the first 2 episodes. I thought like when she was active and um, just active, just doing something, just on her journey. Except that for the line that said, "Yeah, we have somebody hurt. I'll leave him behind." It's like, whoa, okay, no, and because if as a writer, if you're gonna write young Galadriel, you better do your fucking homework right. Because Kate Blanchett was astonishing on on all the levels. She had the epic feel to her, she had the ethereal feel, she had the fantastic feel, she had the powerful aspect of her, she had the mystery of her, she had the beautiful, vibrant, and even scary at times. Like when Frodo offers her the ring, she becomes fucking scary in what she could become. And that's the power, and that's all examples of what this show is missing. It is missing the point that no matter your money, no matter your CGI, no matter your great miniatures or statue, or at least, if I can say one thing good about this, about episode 3, it was the orc makeup. Of course, then they destroyed it with the warg CGI that was jacked, uh, pathetic, even childish, I would say. But at least the orc were makeup, so that's the only good point. And but now the orcs are like vampires, and the sun burns their skin. It's like, no, read read J.R. Tolkien for an hour. That's not his way to describe the orcs or the urukai or any of the creatures. There's not even Gollum. If someone could be affected by the sun so bad, it's Gollum. And even Gollum doesn't have his shit. It's vampire shit. It's, you know, it's telling the audience You remember that aspect of fantasy, like sun burns bad people? Well, that's what we'll show you. Sun burns bad people. That's it. It has nothing to do with J.R. Tolkien or Middle Earth or the lore or the anything. It's just stupid. Uh, Again, very childish because it's to show. Um, it's just a poorly, very awkward and lazy. The word is lazy because here how I can describe the Rings of Power in one analogy. Peter Jackson had a minimal budget to do all that he did, and his crew did minimal budget, and they worked their asses off to the point of almost no return. People were getting the head of Weta was white as a snowflake because he didn't sleep. It's like go check the making of. It's crazy. It's crazy how these people worked their asses off for, I'm sure, very less money than Rings of Power. So we have the Lord of the Rings original trilogy with a minimal budget that worked, that gained the trust of the audience and the wonderment and the legacy and the Oscars and everything, the love of J.R. Tolkien's world from working their asses off. And we have Rings of Power that have all the money in the world so they can be all the laziest people in the world. Because when you have everything, you become lazy. Simple as that. Peter Jackson didn't have everything. He had to fight and write and do everything to prove himself and to pursue his vision of Tolkien. Rings of Power have all the money in the world, all the resources, and they have people that feel so entitled from the legacy from 20 years ago that they can't see past their own mistakes. I don't know if they're just bad or ill intent, ill intended, but one thing is sure, this show fucking sucks. I was I have fatal insomnia, so I can never sleep, and I was dangling like my brain wanted to quit. I had and like I was it's not a good sign when you're always checking how many minutes an episode has left. And episode 3 was like that. Again, we have. Okay, so what do we have? We'll start by the positives. Orc makeup. Again, why are they white? Orcs are black, usually. In all of the lore, in Dungeons and Dragons, in Lord of the Rings, in whatever. That's why J.R. Tolkien inspired Lord of the Rings. And they kept true to his legacy. They kept true to his lore. He invented the orcs. The orcs are black, not white. Oh, because they got to be white because they have to be white like vampires so that sun can burn them like vampires. Idiots. No, the orcs are not white. And even in The Hobbit, the white orc was stupid. The Hobbit trilogy, the prequel, oh my god, another prequel that sucks. But you know what? I would go back and watch the Hobbit trilogy 10 times before watching a fucking Rings of Power episode. It is silly how bad it is. It is written by children who have no idea how to write characters. They have a great portion. And when I say great, I say lengthy. I don't say great because it's good, but all the time devoted. This fucking false Gandalf meteor fallen mute man better have some epic payoff, because episode after episode we have to look at him and be like, yeah, yeah, is he doing something? No. Is he saying something? No. What's the point? I don't know. Why do we follow him? Why do we see him? Why does he stay there? Who the fuck is he? It's like, don't know, don't know, don't know, no, no. I mean, it's a pure J.J. Abrams mystery box. It's fucking bullshit. And again, I'm sure plenty of critics. I've seen plenty of critics, and I say the same words as them because it's true. Because there's no other way of saying it. It's not that I copy them. It's like I agree with them, and so sorry guys, but it is fucking Jesus. So what do we have in this episode? Okay, good things. I guess orc makeup, but even there, crash that because they're white. Orcs are not white; they're black, so the makeup doesn't count. Um, Elendil, Elendil, the father of Isildur. I'm talking like the show. Isildur, Numenor. It's like you can't just say Numenor and Isildur. You don't have to have an epic accent. Like, oh, everything is so epic. So we talk like every moment of our lives is epic. It's so epic this and epic that. You're doing nothing. You're in a port. And I'm sorry, but when I read the Silmarillion, the Silmarillion, which you want epic, read the fucking Silmarillion. That's fucking epic. So when they arrived to Numenor, I said, wait a minute. I don't remember. I've read it a long time ago. I don't remember if it was a port city. Okay, fine, it's a port city, but everything looks the same. Every CGI city. The problem I have, they look great. No doubt about it. They have the money. It looks great. But it looks all the same. The elven cities and the human cities, for me, look the fucking same. And it shouldn't be that way. Remember in Peter Jackson's trilogy, excuse me, when you were with elves, and it's another point I want to bring up, the music. The music, I know Beer McCreary is a good artist. I've seen other stuff from him, Black Sails. He's good. But I don't know why he has a team for the humans, which is meh. A team for the elves, which again tries to be epic because it's all about the elves all the time. Because the elves, the elves, the elves, the elves. Because the protagonist is Galadriel and it's an elf. So therefore the music must be more centered toward elves, I guess. And he has this stupid, childish score for the hobbits. No, I won't call them Orfoots because they're fucking hobbits. They're the fucking same. And they could be erased. My point is, they could be erased entirely from the show. And it would just make place for good things to add instead of this. Galadriel's plot goes nowhere. It's an anti-plot because going to Valinor with the ship, with her brethren, with the elves, and her jumping in the water, not wanting to go, should be the end of a season. You finally go to Valinor. Finally, your destiny, your quest is fulfilled, and oh, there you see. You think this is the end. You think Galadriel is going out to Valinor, never to be seen again, and blah blah blah. But no, at the last second, she jumped down the ship. She jumps in the ocean. However stupid it is, but I guess if you end the season like that, it's like no, she refuses our destiny. She still have some good to do in Middle Earth, so she stays. That isn't season ending payoff. They did it in episode 2, I think. So what the fuck? I mean, why? Why was she on that boat to Valinor? Her mission of finding Sauron, nothing there because she didn't find him. She fought a troll, and the crew said, "Hey, we're pissed. This has going on been for centuries. We're pissed. We're going home. Ciao." And Galadriel's like, "Oh, okay, whatever." Fighting Sauron should have been the arc. Well, for me, I mean, if Sauron is gonna be the antagonist, and if you want to be an origin story of Sauron, which it very well could be, now you're 3 hours past. You're too late. You have to start with a bang. With a billion equals a bang. You start with a bang and you continue with bangs. And I don't understand for the life of me why these episodes don't have cliffhangers. I mean, if you call the end of episode 3 with Adar a cliffhanger, like just poor focus and fade away, and I was like, what the fuck are you doing? They can't be already done. And yeah, the end. I was like, what the holy fuck? I don't know who Adar is. So why would I come back in 1 week for more? I don't know anything. I don't know where they are. I don't know who he is, or it is, or whatever. You leave me no clues. You know, crumbs until the treasure, the crumbs on the treasure map. I'm going to the treasure. Yeah, you ate all the crumbs. I have no trail to see or understand or have an idea of where the plot's going. There's no plot. This series fails everywhere. There are I like Elendil. Elendil should have been a first degree or second degree character in this series. He is the first and only character I really say I could watch this guy for a couple hours. Just because he is a straight out, no bullshit guy, and he is a very important figure in the lore. The actor who plays him perfectly, and he doesn't take shit. He doesn't give shit, and he doesn't take shit. He's a fucking Numenorian. Which, by the way, I don't know. Because Aragorn was a Numenorian, if I'm not mistaken, and that's why he could live very old. Because Numenorians can live for 100, 200 years. I'm not sure, but if it's the case, why haven't you mentioned it? I mean, for all the regular people that don't know anything about Lord of the Rings, I mean, we're 20 years later, guys. Like, you have to set us up with something. You have to engage us with, with not with exposition, but with lore, true visual storytelling. And you're doing the opposite. So, if Gadriel, which is the only protagonist we can have, she always has her bitch face. I have nothing against this actress. I think the direction is to blame because Jay Bayana sucks. He sucks. And when I first saw that he directed the two, I don't know if he directed the third one. I don't watch the credits anymore. But as soon he was, I think he's a producer also. So as soon as I saw his name, I went, "Oh, this is gonna be a shit, a huge dump." And yep, I was right. But yeah, so Galadriel, our so-to-be protagonist. What is our quest? What is our arc? We are three and we are 3 hours and 15 minutes in, which is the length of the Fellowship of the Ring. Better have something fucking good. What do we have? Galadriel. Oh yeah, Galadriel goes to the archives section that apparently nobody ever visits, and she understands that the Mark of Sauron is a part of the map of Middle Earth that he's gonna conquer. Oh my god, what a revelation. You've been chasing him for centuries and you don't know that? What the fuck were you doing? It's false drama, it's lazy, it's convenient, but I mean, I don't know how many adjectives you want me to spit it out. It's fucking ridiculous. And where does this money go except for the CGI? I don't know. Maybe they pay the actors and the crew and the cafeteria very well. I hope so. They should give more money to the people who make food on this set than the fucking actors. Christ's sakes. I won't go into the south the side plot of the. It's like this. I don't even remember his name. The not the black, but the brownish, the black elf. I don't know what you want to call him. Whatever. The inclusive elf. Whatever. Him. I don't even remember his name because he's done nothing. I don't know anything about him. He doesn't have any arc. I don't even remember why he's a prisoner. And now you want me to care about him because he's in chains and by orcs. It's like, I don't give a fuck. Kill him. Chop his head. Good. I don't give a fuck. Why should I give a fuck about him? Tell me. He has done nothing. He has accomplished nothing. He has no goals, no virtues, no friends. Oh, I guess the human, the lady in the village that we completely abandon her character for this episode. So I guess, and of course, her son, that must be an elf because it's fucking obvious that her son, she's white and her son is dark skinned, so the elf should be the father, I guess. Don't know if it's supposed to be a plot, but it's not. It's fucking obvious. And he drew blood on the blade, and it's the blade with the Sauron mark, and the remember all the magic, the lame reforming with fucking dark magic and every shit of this shit. Like, where's this? I was more interested in that because it linked to Sauron, which is fucking more interesting than any of the shit I just saw. So as soon as you have something, as soon as you construct something, you take it away and you forget about it. So that's what I'm gonna call this show from now on. Forget about it. Oh yeah, the elf wanted to inquire about the devastated village. Whatever, forget about it. Oh yeah, the hobbits found a man falling from a fucking meteor. Yeah, whatever, forget about it. Numenor and our queen and Galadriel and blah blah blah. What are they doing? Forget about it. The only Oh yeah, I guess I have to talk. Finally, I won't take much more time because it doesn't deserve it. Halbrand, everyone is calling him not Sauron because I don't know. I don't remember who Sauron is, but who Sauron is the origin story of Sauron. I know he's a necromancer, but apart from that, I don't remember if he had a human or elvish name. I won't go into to trying to remember. I don't know. So yeah, it's so fucking stupid. It makes he's like, yeah, I'm the best. Oh yeah, he's the only character we learn something from. So if I understood this correctly, Gadriel, when he's in jail for having beaten badly a bunch of guys, and the action scene, about martial arts and action scene, it was very basic. Nothing to say about that. Um, Crushed a few bones. Well, technically, one of the guys he attacked should be dead because he crushed his throat. But hey, whatever, it's not important. He's in jail, whatever. Gadriel make him see the sign, the sigil of his mainland, and he's apparently a king of the Southlands or whatever. Okay, I've never been to the Southlands. You haven't shown me anything. It's like me going up in front of this camera and saying I'm the king of the Southlands. And you'd be like, well, good for you. What the fuck does that mean? And I would say, I don't know. They told me to say that. I have no idea. And he wants to forge and he wants to blah 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 and he's the best forger and he's the best. But no, you have to be a member of the guild, of the guild of the smiths. Whatever, not important. It adds nothing. The only thing it adds is that Albrand, the Albrand character, accomplished way more than Galadriel. So what's the point? Again, you better have a fucking good. But we're just talking into speculations. And if the only point of this show is to say, yeah, we know it sucks now, but wait. In a few episodes, in 5 episodes, we'll have a payoff. It's like, why the fuck should I have to wait 8 hours or 6 hours or 7 hours to have a payoff? You spent $1 billion. That means, as a basic minimum, you engage some Tolkien scholars, you engage some good writers, and you engage some good producers, and some good directors, and some good actors. Here you go. Nothing else to say. See you until the next review. This show sucks. I hate it. If you have to watch it, sorry, I didn't make it, and I told you in advance, so fucking sucks. Spoilers. It fucking sucks. The end.